Michelle Bowman here, and today I'm working with the September, can you believe it? The September mood board for Hip Kit Club. I printed it out just so that I've got it to refer to. It's very bright in colour, and I might not complete my layout in terms of how full on with colour it is, but I am going to draw some inspiration from some of these things in the image. So I really wanted to create like a layered look with some pattern papers. I love this sort of look where they've got tags and all different bits and pieces layered. I thought maybe is there something here, a quote or something that I can use? I'm not quite sure yet. And the photo that I'm documenting, I've printed it in colour and black and white so I can choose. It's just this one of my kids at a local park that was taken, was only a couple of weeks ago. So I'm working with the August kits, and I've got the September mood board with me, and I'm just going to play, have some fun, and I will film the process for you and show you how it turns out. Okay, so to begin with, I matted my photo, and I've used a small amount of that wood grain that is on that beautiful Willow Lane paper. I apologise if you can hear my kids. I have taken myself into my craft room. They are outside with my husband, and I can still hear them like they're in my room. So if you pick this up on the video, I do apologise. So I'm being inspired by the mood board, like I said at the start of the video, and I wanted to do a lot of layering of bits and pieces, and I thought this would be a great way of using some of the tags in the ephemera pack. So that was my initial thought, was that I would layer them how they were in some of the mood board images over the top of each other, and see how that looked if I created a bit of a vertical design. So what I'm doing there is just going through and threading some thread onto the top of the tags just to give them that, I suppose, authentic tag look. A couple of them I've tied bows, and one of them I've just left the strings loose. And now I'm just working at building a bit of a cluster of layers around my photo design. So my photo's printed at about a 70% of a 6x4 size. So it's not quite, it's bigger than a 3x4, but smaller than a 4x6. And that I find is perfect for this size layout. So this is an 8.5x11 layout. And what I'm going to add to the bottom tag is that gorgeous crepe paper frill. I just think they are so stunning. I did initially think they were a little bit larger in size than what they were, but they're still gorgeous and add that such a really nice textured element to a page. So what I've done off camera, which I haven't mentioned yet, sorry, is I have used my sewing machine, and I've added some texture to some of those tags, and I've done sort of like a back and forth stitch, like just a straight stitch, but really adding that nice element to them, so it gives them that textured look. I've left some of the strands free so that they're not all manicured perfectly, and I'm just going to, oh my son, I'm just going to layer those all up. So I like that you can sort of see that stitched look on them. I couldn't go past using a floral. This is a photo of both of my kids at a park, and they had so much fun this day. This was actually on Father's Day. We took a little trip to a park that we hadn't been to. It's about maybe 20-30 minutes from our house, but it was just amazing. It's got a flying fox and what do you call them? Lots of people don't call them flying foxes. I think my son was calling it a zip line because he'd seen it on YouTube or something. So they had a zip line there and some rock climbing walls, and just heaps of fun. Heaps of fun. They had this thing that my kids called a Ninja Warrior course because they were trying to stay off the ground when they were going along the ropes that were part of it. This is actually what they were on in that photo. So I'm just working on adding some embellishments now to the layout. So I've got, you might have noticed that I had a little red journaling spot, and I actually cut that so that it was proportioned around 3 parts of the page to add a pop of red to all 3. I was just going to tuck it to the left of the title, Hey Sunshine, but then I felt like I needed to add more pops of red, so I just cut it down because you were only seeing a little sneaky bit of it the whole time. I decided at this point that I didn't want to border my whole layout with a pattern paper like I might normally choose. I've got, with the August kits, just the main kit, so I didn't have the extra papers, so I wanted to think of a creative way that I could use and add something to the edges of my layout without using a whole piece of pattern paper. So I decided to just add some little torn edges and then use my sewing machine again to add some stitching detail to those. I just felt like the layout needed something, and of course I did it in the group of 3 just to keep my layout balanced. So I did use a couple of the chipboard pieces, which you will see especially in the close-ups, and some of the clear Willow Lane stickers as well. I really love how this turned out. I love the layered look to it. I think it was a fun way of documenting this photo as well. Make sure to check out the mood board on the Hip Kit blog and the Facebook page. And I'm over at the blog today, if you haven't watched from here, sharing this layout as well. See you all soon, everyone. Bye.